Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, my body isn't what it used to be? I feel weaker, my muscles seem smaller. I've been there too. After hitting my mid-30s, I noticed I was out of breath. Climbing stairs and lifting heavy objects just wasn't the same anymore. But what I'm about to share with you today is absolutely mind-blowing. Your muscles completely renew themselves in just 1 year. When I first learned this fact, I couldn't believe it either. How could your muscles completely regenerate in just 12 months? But this isn't some folk remedy or internet myth. This is the result of years of research by scientists at Harvard Medical School and Massachusetts General Hospital. According to a study published in 2022, our muscle cells continuously break down and regenerate. And this entire process completes in an average of 200 to 400 days. That means in roughly 1 year, you could have completely new muscles. But here's the critical question. If our muscles renew every year, why do so many people feel weaker and lose muscle mass as they age? Shouldn't we be getting younger if we're constantly making new muscles? The answer to this question is the key point I want to emphasize today. Having muscles regenerate and having them regenerate into stronger, healthier muscles are two completely different things. Research from the Max Planck Institute in Germany shows that after age 30, we lose about 1 to 2% of our muscle mass every year. And after 50, this accelerates to over 3% annually. This is the beginning of sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss. It's not just about losing muscle. It dramatically affects your entire quality of life. But here's the amazing news. You can reverse this entire process. Research from Tufts University's nutrition department shows that even people over 70 can increase their muscle mass by more than 20% with the right approach. Even more remarkable, 80-year-old participants improved their strength by 174% after just a 12-week program. This is possible because of our body's incredible muscle regeneration capacity. So how exactly does this muscle regeneration work? Inside our muscles are special cells called satellite cells. They normally lie dormant, but when muscles are damaged or stimulated, they wake up and spring into action. These cells divide and multiply to create new muscle fibers. This process is called muscle protein synthesis, and it's the mechanism by which muscles grow. According to research from the Copenhagen Muscle Research Center, these satellite cells don't disappear with age. They just activate more slowly. But here's the important part: with proper stimulus and nutrition, these cells can function actively even at 70 or 80 years old. When researchers analyzed muscle tissue from 90-year-old subjects, they found plenty of satellite cells present, and with appropriate exercise stimulus, they activated at levels similar to young people. But many people misunderstand something here. You don't necessarily have to go to a gym and lift heavy weights to build muscle. While weight training is effective, it's not the only way. A 2023 study from the University of Birmingham shows you can increase muscle mass sufficiently with just bodyweight exercises. Movements like squats, push-ups, and planks can provide enough stimulus for muscle regeneration when done properly. However, exercise alone isn't enough. Muscles need raw materials to grow, and that material is protein. Your muscles are primarily composed of protein, so you need adequate protein intake to build new muscle. The American College of Sports Medicine recommends 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight daily. If you weigh 70 kilograms, that means you need 112 to 154 grams of protein per day. Here's a crucial tip: the timing of protein intake is far more important than you might think. Research from McMaster University's Exercise Metabolism Research Group shows that consuming protein within 30 minutes after exercise can increase muscle protein synthesis rates by up to 3 times. This window is called the golden hour, when your body absorbs nutrients like a sponge. That's why it's essential to consume protein-rich foods or supplements after working out. Another often overlooked factor is sleep. Surprisingly, most muscle growth and recovery happens while we sleep. Research from the University of Chicago Sleep Research Center shows that when sleep drops below 5 hours per night, muscle protein synthesis decreases by more than 30%. Conversely, getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep optimizes growth hormone secretion and promotes active muscle regeneration. The period between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. is when growth hormone secretion peaks. Now let me reveal the 5 core strategies you need to completely renew your muscles within 1 year. First is progressive overload. This means continuously giving your muscles slightly stronger stimulation. Initially, 10 push-ups might be challenging, but if you add just 1 or 2 more each week, you'll be able to do 30 after 12 weeks. By progressively increasing intensity, your body creates more muscle fibers to adapt to the stronger stimulus. An Australian study from the University of Sydney found that groups using progressive overload increased muscle mass by an average of 18% over 6 months, while groups maintaining the same intensity only increased by 6%. Second is adequate rest. Many people exercise daily trying to build muscle quickly, but this can actually backfire. Remember, muscles grow when you rest, not when you exercise. According to the National Institutes of Health, the same muscle group needs at least 48 to 72 hours of recovery time after working out. During this time, damaged muscle fibers repair themselves and regenerate into thicker, stronger muscles. For full body workouts, 3 times per week is appropriate, while for split routines, training the same body part twice weekly is ideal. Third is utilizing compound exercises. Compound exercises use multiple joints and muscles simultaneously, like squats, deadlifts, bench presses, and pull-ups. A 2021 study from the University of Copenhagen found that compound exercises increase growth hormone and testosterone secretion by 25% and 43% more respectively, compared to isolation exercises. Since these hormones directly contribute to muscle growth, building your program around compound exercises is most efficient. Fourth is distributing protein intake throughout the day. It's much more effective to spread your daily protein across 3 to 4 meals, rather than consuming it all at once. Research from the University of Texas Medical Center shows that muscle protein synthesis rates are highest when consuming 20 to 40 grams per meal. Breakfast is especially important because after fasting overnight, your body absorbs protein most efficiently in the morning. 2 eggs or a cup of Greek yogurt for breakfast makes a huge difference. Fifth is hydration. This is surprisingly overlooked, but about 75% of our muscles are water. Research from the University of Freiburg in Germany shows that even just 2% dehydration can decrease strength by over 10% and slow muscle recovery. The recommended amount is 30 to 40 milliliters per kilogram of body weight daily. For someone weighing 70 kilograms, that's 2.1 to 2.8 liters. But there's more. Implementing these 5 strategies brings amazing additional benefits. First, your metabolic rate significantly improves. Muscle burns far more calories than fat. 1 kilogram of muscle burns about 50 calories daily, while fat burns only 4. So gaining just 5 kilograms of muscle means burning an extra 250 calories per day at rest, equivalent to 30 minutes of jogging. Second, blood sugar control improves. A 2019 large-scale study from the Harvard School of Public Health found that higher muscle mass reduces type 2 diabetes risk by 32%. Since muscle is the primary organ for storing and using glucose, increased muscle mass naturally improves blood sugar management. Third, bone health improves. Muscles and bones are closely related. When muscles contract, they stimulate bones, and this stimulation signals bones to become stronger. A University of Missouri study tracking participants for 12 months found that the strength training group increased bone density by an average of 3%, while the non-exercising group decreased by 1.2%. However, there are important precautions. First, excessive exercise is absolutely forbidden. Increasing intensity too quickly or exercising daily without recovery Time can damage muscles and increase injury risk. A University of Tokyo sports medicine study found that excessive exercise increases cortisol, a stress hormone that can actually promote muscle breakdown. Second, people with underlying health conditions must consult medical professionals. Those with cardiovascular disease, diabetes, or hypertension need to carefully choose exercise intensity and type. The American Heart Association recommends cardiac function testing before starting exercise programs for these individuals. You can do it too. Start today. You don't need grand plans. Just do 10 squats right now. That could be the first step in changing your life. Try the 7-day challenge I shared, gradually. Improve your diet, and look in the mirror after 12 weeks. You'll be amazed. I sincerely support your healthy transformation. If today's video helped you, please subscribe and like. Leave your experiences or questions in the comments. I want to create a journey toward better health through communication. In the next video, I'll cover the hidden enemies that sabotage muscle growth. Don't miss it. Stay healthy everyone, and have a great day. Thank you.